Hello everybody, it's Josie here. I'm going to be doing a TBR today. So the TBR that I'm doing is for the, oh god, what round is it? Well, let's just say for the next round of the Contemporary-a-thon. So the Contemporary-a-thon is hosted by Chelsea Doling-Reads. I think there's other hosts amongst other hosts, but she's the one who I watched her announcement video. And this kind of happens, I think, every few months or every quarter. And the purpose is to read contemporary fiction. So contemporary fiction is kind of defined as nothing with magical or fantastical or kind of fantasy elements or historical. So it's set, round about our time. It's about, real life people, real life situations. So it doesn't really contain any fantastical elements. Having said that, I think I've slightly cheated on one of them, but anyway, that's the idea of Contemporary-a-thon, and it runs from September the 23rd to September the 29th, so you've got a sort of a nice stretch to read, and I've picked a few books. I'll be honest, I don't know if I'm going to get through all of them in that time. It's just that I have some really great contemporaries that I want to read, and I thought this would be a good time to do it. I'm kind of doing my own contemporary reading month anyway, so I've been reading loads of contemporary books as well, so I'm really kind of in the mood for this readathon. Because obviously I'm reading only queer content books as well, all of these books have queer content in them, so there is a category for diverse contemporary, but the kind of tagline for that is different from your own experience. So while I have a lot of queer books that feature specifically female romances, that's not exactly different from my own experience. So for that, I've picked a different book, which I'll get to. So let me get to the challenges and tell you what I'm reading. So the first one is Read a 2019 release. And for that, I have picked this gorgeous book over here, Going Off Script by Jen Wilde. I'm currently reading their other book, Brightsiders. I also have I believe their first book was Queens of Geek, so I've got that. I'm going to read all three and then do a bit of a Jen Wilde wrap-up spotlight, author spotlight video. So really looking forward to this one. This is set, I believe, in LA, in the film industry. I believe the main character has written a script, and then the protagonist in the script gets changed from a queer woman, I believe. She's written in the script and then the script gets changed and that makes her really angry. So I really love this. I loved Everything Leads to You by Nina LaCour, which was also set around LA and the film industry, and that was really good. I really enjoyed that, so I'm expecting great things from this one. So I've picked this one for the 2019 release. I've also picked this one for a contemporary with plants on the cover, because as you can see, it's got loads of gorgeous foliage and beautiful, gorgeous flowers. Now this one could also actually count. So this is the thing. If I don't get through all of these, I've got quite a few books that can double up for challenges or triple up or quadruple up for challenges. So this is a 2019 release. This has got plants on the cover. It also has yellow on the cover, which is one of the other, loads of yellow on the back, which is one of the other prompts. And then one of the other prompts is to read a contemporary that's beloved by a member of the BookTube community. And I've heard both Kathy Trithart and Chelsea actually talk about Jen Wilde books, and I believe Kathy actually talked specifically about Going Off Script. So that kind of would fall under that challenge as well, and also diverse in the sense that it is a queer content book. Anyway, that's the first one. Then the second challenge is to read a contemporary with yellow on the cover. Like I said, that won't work as well. But then I have two others and I can't decide. So the first one I've got here is this one over here. This is Vicky Romeo plus Jules. And that's got quite a bit of yellow on it. This one would also work for... what's the other one? Oh, a contemporary with an illustrated cover, because that's illustrated. And I believe this is a 2019 release as well. So it would kind of double up for all of those challenges. But this one is basically, so it is the lives and loves of a bunch of queer women in Glasgow, set in Glasgow. It's been, I think it kind of gets described a little bit like an L Word set in Glasgow. And if you've seen the TV series Lip Service, which was actually set in Glasgow, I'm expecting it to be kind of like that. So just a fun kind of contemporary romp through queer life in modern day Glasgow. So it sounds fantastic. I'm dying to get to it, and I might use it for this challenge. Then the next one is, like I mentioned, to read a diverse contemporary, which all of these would classify for, but outside of your own experience. So what I've done is I've actually picked an audiobook that I came across. So I recently read 2 Ellen Whitlinger books, Hard Love and the follow-up Love and Lies, which I really, really enjoyed. And I came across, this is just a picture on Google, but, oh God, you can't see that. This is Parrotfish. Okay, I'm going to give up. There's no way you can see that. But the book is called Parrotfish, and I actually found it on my library app, which is really cool. So I'm going to be listening to that on audio, because I think audiobooks are great for readathons. And it is about a transgender girl. So the character transitions from being female to being male, and the struggle that's associated with that, and still being at school, what that means, how people react. So I think it's going to be a really good book. I really enjoyed Ellen's writing in the other 2 books I read, so yeah, I'm expecting this to be really good. And that's outside of it's diverse, but also outside of my own experience, because I am not transgender, so I think that would be a great read. Then the next one is a dark, hard-hitting contemporary. So I guess in a way, Parrotfish could also work for that, because that would be harder-hitting themes. But what I've actually picked for it, again, because this is another book I'm dying to get to, is this gorgeous book over here, The Meaning of Birds, by J. Robin Brown. And this one, it sounds like it's going to be very sad. So your main character is dealing with the death of her father, and she also is the only out teen at school, so she's got that. And then so I'm just going to say, sorry, I'm being really, of course, her girlfriend also. So, sorry, I was getting confused by Lies My Girlfriend Told Me, because that one also had a girlfriend dying. And in this one as well, the main character's father dies, she's out. She thinks she's the only out teen at school, and then she starts a relationship with Viv, and Viv passes away. So this is going to be really sad, really hard-hitting, but I believe it's really, really beautiful from what I've heard people say and other reviewers. And yeah, I really want to read this. Also, this one works for illustrated cover as well, so that's a gorgeous illustrated cover. Yeah, so I really, really want to get to this book as well, if I can. So I'm trying to decide if I'm going to be in the mood for something that's really going to be, I'm thinking, quite sad, or something more upbeat, but this sounds gorgeous. And then the Contemporary with Plants on the cover, we covered that, so I am going to be using Going Off Script by Jen Wilde for that. And then a contemporary beloved by a member of the BookTube community. And like I said, you can use Going Off Script, but the one that I really want to read is this one over here, Summer of Salt by Katrina Leno. This book is particularly loved by Chelsea Darling Reads. It sounds gorgeous. So again, this is a kind of a coming-of-age female romance story. The reason I said in the beginning I'm cheating a little bit is because I believe there's some fantastical elementish in this. So it's a contemporary, but there's sort of a slight magical realism in it. But I really want to read this book, and I know Chelsea adores it. And I did read You Must Not Miss by Katrina Leno, which I loved. So I'm kind of expecting really good things from this. This book, again, can double up on challenges, so it's obviously for the beloved. There is some yellow in her scarf there, so it could count for that as well. It is also an illustrated cover, so it can count for that. I believe there's some sort of hard-hitting elements to this as well, so it could count for that as well. But yeah, I am really, really looking forward to reading this, and I've literally just gotten this book. It needs a bit of cleaning. It's secondhand off Amazon. But I'm dying to read it, and if it's as good as Chelsea says, it's going to be amazing. So anyway, those are the books that I'm hoping to get through. Like I said, probably won't get through all of them, but I'm going to do my best, and I will do a wrap up and let you know how it went and what I thought of the books. So have a great readathon if you're taking part. Let me know if you've read any of the books, what you think of them. Any recommendations, always welcome, and I will speak to you all again very soon. Bye-bye.